running? Are we up and are we running? Okay, I just have to do my check. Gotta open up the laptop. Realize I turned off my mouse because I like saving battery on this thing. Even though this mouse is going to be the death of me. Seriously, this mouse does not like to listen to me. So many misclicks have been done because of this mouse. Okay, from the look of it, we are up and running, we are up and running, and we are up and running. Okay. So anyways, I'm just going to close this out. Boom. Close the laptop. And hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 4 of Advanced Wars. Last time, we got into a big stalemate with Eagle in Sami's debut. We managed to win by just waiting him out, waiting 35 days, and then boom, just Eagle's Air Force is down because he had no airports. Eagle did not, yeah, they say that Andy doesn't know what an airport is, but no, actually it was Eagle. Then we went on to Kanbei arrives. That went pretty smoothly. All right, yeah, we did history lesson. Then we did Sami's debut. Then we did Kanbei's arrives, and then we did Mighty Kanbei, which we won because just Sami's sending out her mechs to just clog the road with their corpses. Kanbei ran out of fuel because his tank's treads struggled to just overcome the mountain of corpses. And now for mission 14, Kanbei's error. With this mission, they're like, oh, Kanbei, Kanbei's silly. Kanbei's like an adult, is like if Andy was put in charge of a nation. But yeah, and while that is kind of the case in the standard mode, in an advanced mode, in the hard campaign in the original Advanced Wars game, this was one of the hardest missions in the game. So anyways, take to the skies to capture these before Kanbei grounds your troops. So anyways, another multi-choice one. Basically, well, this is a capture mission. This is not one you want Sami for, because you want offense on this one. Likewise, Andy does not have, well, Andy is a better choice than Sami. He's not going to have the power. Meanwhile, Max, on the other hand, yeah, you want to go with Max. Surrounded! On top of that, we need secure properties to win. This is going to be a rough one for sure.
Stay positive, boys. At least we have an airport this time. Awesome! What's an airport again?
Yeah, there it is! The classic Andy line of, what's an airport?
You're kidding, right?
Airports let us deploy air units. Plus, damaged planes and copters can go there to recover HP. Alright, obviously I get it now, but isn't that Kanbei's base right over there?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about that base. Take a closer look at where it's located. That base deploys ground units, right? Well, it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's pretty useless there, wouldn't you say?
Sami, that base could deploy a rocket. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Kanbei could literally just take a rocket, deploy it there. Boom! He has your base covered.
Let's ignore that base and capture the other bases and cities with better positions. We need to capture 15 properties to win.
Yeah, Kanbei could build a rocket. And then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He could hit your HQ. He could also hit that base. So yeah, Kanbei, that would be nothing to sneeze at. Not to mention just building a missile there. So anyways, in the standard mode for this mission, this is not a fog of war mission. So you can see all of Kanbei's units, and it's not that bad. Not to mention, Kanbei has a lot more air units than he does in the standard campaign. The one difference is that you actually have a bomber. So, and not to mention the whole thing of that the CPU can't see you in addition, has the same limitations in fog that you do. It's not like in the original version of the game where Kanbei would essentially swarm your island with just a whole slew of bombers and fighters. So anyways, Kanbei does not really have much in terms of just moving his troops around. He's mostly going to be going over here. So your main goal is going to be trying to block him off of this island. You block him off of this island, you can effectively just keep him from just winning this match. So anyways, let's just, first things first, let's build. Okay, I'm just gonna capture you. Okay, we're gonna move this T-copter down. Keep it safe, as well as just ensure that we can just get a quick exit. We'll move you over here. We'll move this copter right here. That way we can also just get a watch on the base. Yeah, just send our bomber there to just cause trouble. We'll prioritize the base. Okay, we'll move you here, and we'll move you there. And as for the bomber, and as for the fighter, we'll move this down to our base. And that should be good. Oh, look what Kanbei has discovered! A base for our many troops! With this base, I shall deploy a mountain of troops. Our forces will overwhelm our adversaries on all 5 squares. 6 squares, sorry. Okay, I have to think about this. Okay, so we'll damage this fighter right here. Then we'll bring you over. Kill you off. Take you. We'll take that. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I want to block that off. Yeah, we'll do that. And we'll build some more infantry. Okay, he's probably gonna have his CO power. Yep. Okay, that hurt. Oh, that hurt. Okay, power.
Roll tank.
Even though we have 0 tanks, what tanks are you referring to, Max? The invisible tanks. The tanks only I can see, Andy.
Max, you're scaring me.
Okay. Okay, we'll also build a transport copter. Once you take out the grand bulk of Kanbei's Air Force, you should be in a good position. Okay, we'll move you over here.
Prepare yourself.
How do you have another one?
Morale boost.
Oh crap. All right, he has an artillery. Yeah, they're like, oh, Kanbei's base is useless. Yeah, it's right next to your island. He can get some long range and he could just end you. Seriously, he just gets an artillery and then bang. 1, 2, 3. It's gone. Okay, we're not gonna put you there. That way we can go here. And we'll move you back. Too bad we don't have 2 airports. Wait, is he gonna bring in the anti-air? Oh! Okay, we'll take you up here. We'll drop you off at the airport. And we'll bring that copter back. We'll get a battle copter out. Another infantry. Why not for another infantry? We can always just build more, so it's no big deal. Okay. Okay, we're in a bit of a bind. Okay, we can move you over there. Okay. Should move that over there, now that I think about it. Okay, okay, we can redeem ourselves. We can redeem ourselves. Okay. Okay, we stopped him from getting the last building that he needed. That was a close one, but we did it. Okay, I'll build another one just to be on the safe side. Okay. And we'll build another infantry. Okay, good. Got another airport. Okay, the island has been secured. Yeah, good decision, good decision. Just refuel it. Okay, well, we might as well just build another transport. And with that, we can end the turn-off. Okay, we'll bring you. Okay, I'm just thinking about how to handle this. Yeah, I'll bring you down here. Okay, we'll get refueled. Okay, we're not going to want to do that. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. Okay, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay. We're in a good spot. We're in a good spot. Yeah, at this point, it's just a matter of just getting this done. Okay. And with that, I think we can... Hey, I just felt like doing that because I could, you know? Yeah, he'll probably send the anti-air, but hey, no issue. We've got this. Watch how this costs me the victory. Watch how this costs me the victory.
gonna get
Yeah, might as well pop it. Get a little extra power out of it.
max force.
But hey, this went a lot smoother than Sammy's debut. Okay, and we'll move you there. And next turn, we'll win this.
Allow me to. Morale boost.
Now I'm scared that Kanbei's gonna absolutely whoop me. Okay, we'll bolster our numbers a little. Yeah, nothing like being able to harass Kanbei at his own base. Okay, and we won.
By my sword.
With a horribly useless base that was. Even though it did take out a unit. And my assured victory vanished so quickly. Could it be that the base was in a poor location?
That was hard work.
Yeah, there we go. But really, they demand absolute perfection as far as the speed ranking is concerned. Seriously, just 12 days or so to get this done? Whenever I hear this theme from Sonja, it just makes me imagine just this music plays at all the galas that political galas and the like that Sonja attends, but she does not tell Kanbei about in the slightest. Kanbei doesn't know about diplomatic meetings and the like because Sonja just does everything in her power to ensure that Kanbei knows nothing about international dealings. She wants Kanbei far away from those meetings. Yeah, now I can help imagine basically Sonja and Andy start dating basically. Sonja, she just keeps him away from these galas and Kanbei away from these galas. Just Sonja, she's all mysterious when they happen. She's like, oh, I'm heading out. And then basically Kanbei and Andy, they just get curious one night. They turn her and they're like, wait a minute. Sonja, she's going to parties without us. Is she embarrassed by us? Yeah, and then basically Andy and Kanbei, they decide to be fancy. they crash one of these galas, basically. Kanbei, of course, he's invited, so he brings Andy as his +1. No one's stopping him from coming in. Sonya's not saying, oh, hey, don't let him into the doors. So, yeah, Sonya's just socializing and just rubbing elbows with all these foreign nationals. And then, basically, the announcement. Announcing the entrance of Emperor Kanbei, and Kanbei just comes in with this full suit of samurai armor, this gaudy suit of samurai armor, just mustard yellow samurai armor, and his guest, the Regent of Wrenches, and then Andy just comes in with just a full vest of wrenches of various sizes, and a crown made of wrenches. Oh, Father, you really are impossible. Do you know why you keep on losing? It's because you never let me finish giving you strategic advice. I will admit that your elite forces don't typically lose, but, well, let's just blame the enemy for being too strong this time. This next battle, I'll take command. Sonja, this is ridiculous. Kanbei will never allow his daughter to be placed in harm's way. Why, if the unthinkable would happen... Kanbei? Yeah, little does Kanbei realize his daughter is harm's way.
Father, you hush.
There's something I need to investigate, and for that, I need some first-hand intel. Yes, but... Father, please calm yourself. Okay, how about this? At the first sign of danger, I promise to retreat. Does that satisfy your concerns? You must promise to avoid any unnecessary risks. Do you understand me? Of course, Father. I'll be back. Anyways, in the original version of this game, Sonja's missions had prerequisites to unlock them. Basically, in this game, you get them by default. It just complete combat, just they're part of the story. But in the original game, you had to actually complete Kanbei's missions relatively quickly, because Sonja would interpret that as, okay, Kanbei is absolutely fumbling and she needs to step up to bat. Though if you took longer than necessary, if you took too long, basically, Sonja should be like, okay, they're not that strong. And just, you would end up skipping these missions and you'd be going straight to the Green Earth section of the game. So if you really weren't all that skilled, basically, just, you would have Kanbei and then just, you'd be on your merry way. But Sonja, on the other hand, Sonja is not Kanbei. Kanbei's scared of Sonja. Well, frankly, the thing is this. Sonja is far worse than Kanbei will ever be. Divide and conquer. So basically, this part of the game, Sonja's not like other COs where it's like, oh hey, she's attacking and she's coming at you one mission at a time. No, Sonja essentially pulls a jigsaw and she divides up the team. So basically, Max is gonna have his mission, Andy's gonna have his mission, Sammy's gonna have hers. Andy, Sammy, where is everybody? I'm at the coordinates you sent. What's with the hide and seek, huh? Huh? What the? Are those yellow comet troops? Max, you fool! You got yourself surrounded! Okay, so anyways, Sonja. Kanbei's daughter who values intel over all else. She operates best in fog of war and is cool and collected. Sonja's units gain +1 to her vision under fog of war, and their HP is hidden to enemies. However, they may randomly strike with -15 firepower. Basically, Sonja has negative luck. She's essentially anti-Nell. Which kind of makes sense because Sonja would definitely be the kind where she would not want to rely on luck, period. So basically, Sonja's CO power, enhanced vision. She gains an additional +2 to her vision, and she can see into woods and reef spaces. She doesn't have to be right next to them. And she also gains a +10 to her firepower defense. So basically, Sonja, she doesn't have any buffs, or she's overall vanilla CO if you take her outside of Fog of War. Though her units do have, hidden health. So for that said, I want to view only the battle animations, because you do see the HP of the units when you go into battle. Unfortunately, this is one of those missions where, oh hey, just, unfortunately, you can't really see. Heck, Sonja's base all the way over there. So you're not going to want to be dealing with that. anyways, these are what battle animations look like if you're curious. Sonja probably knows about Max. Max whooped her father's ass. She doesn't know his skills. It's cool how they have different visuals for the different terrains. Yeah, and then you hear that ballroom theme.
Continue.
Yeah, and then you see that face. Yeah, they just really embrace Sonja's just egomaniac, psychopathic aspect. Because really, the thing is with Sonja is that basically, don't let her demure appearance fool you. Basically, Sonja can be is arguably one of the more ruthless characters in the series.
You're CO Max of Orange Star, correct? I'm here to evaluate your combat prowess. Let's continue.
Yeah, Sonja basically just. This isn't even war to her. This is just a board game. Where just Sonja, I'm going to commit war crimes. Yeah, basically, yeah. Sonja's hello to, yeah, basically, you know that Sonja would be pulling out every war crime. The Geneva Convention, that's a checklist to her. Basically, false surrender, that would be her greeting call. Why? Yeah, why be odds of the enemy when you could trick them into a false sense of security? Okay, thankfully we can turn the tables on Sonja. So as you can see, if you're playing without animations, it can kind of be a little bit daunting facing off against Sonja, because basically you can't really gauge how strong or weak a unit is with her around. Okay, blast. Okay, I'll move you out of range. 1, 2, 4, 5. Okay, Sonja should not be able to see that unless she gets her power. Does she have her power? She has her power! No! I'm gonna get war crimed by Sonja!
Very interesting, Max. The intel I need is within reach.
Yeah, frankly, just that look on Sonja's face, and she's like, "Oh, I need that intel." And then Max, why do I feel like I need an adult? And Sonja cheering, yay, they're dead! Sonja attacking the unarmed vehicles! Sonja, they're unarmed! Sonja actively targeting the APCs. Okay. I at least found where that rocket is. Okay, fire. Okay, at least we know that one tank, that one unit is right there, so 1, 2, 5. Thankfully, I think Sonja's army is pretty small. She's just toying with Max. Okay, I think we're in the clear. Though this is actually the easy Sonja mission, believe it or not. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if we attack there, we should be good. Destroy the plague racks! Yeah, Max says, commands his tanks to blast the overpriced cafe. Charge me $20 for a soy latte. How you sleep at night? okay, chances are we're gonna get hit. We're gonna get hit by Sonja the Butcher. Alright, there's the APC. Watch how I'm stepping right into the Viper's Nest with this one. Yep, I stepped into the Viper's Nest with that one. Okay. Okay, we've almost got Sonja. Yeah, and Sonja tries to pick off the foot soldiers with the rockets. She could go after any other unit. She's like, yes, I will kill the ground troops. I might as well just take this out. Okay, boom. And we'll take you out. And then Sonja, oh, it's only logical to retreat. Meanwhile, she's just sending her troops into the freaking meat grinder. Sonja just wants blood. She just wants to take the blood of the blood of any of her enemies. She wants it in a giant vat so she can fill her bathtub with it. Sonja, you have nothing to beat us with. Okay, perfect.
I don't know.
Yeah, pick a fight with Max, he will destroy you.
Max Force.
Yeah, Sonja's first move. Pick a fight with arguably the strongest CO in Advanced Wars 1. You cannot escape! I think that's Sonja's last unit.
There's more to come.
But watch how she has some rockets or the like hidden right in the forest near her HQ. Sonja wants to lure you into a false sense of security so she can just absolutely wipe out your troops. Kanbei, yeah, he'll kick your ass, but at least he'll do it in an honorable fashion where you'll feel like, okay, he treated you like an equal. Meanwhile, yeah, Sonja, she'll just send in the medium tank out of nowhere. She'll build your hopes up, and then she'll crush them. And once again, Sonja's main strategy, attack the unarmed vehicle. You know 100% Sonja would be the kind to use napalm. Sonja would 100% be using napalm. Okay, at least we effectively neutered that tank. Okay, this should be Sonja's last unit. Okay. Okay, there we go. This should be the last unit. Which will kill in the next turn. Okay, we'll kill you.
Uh-huh.
4-star CO Max. You have undeveloped indirect combat skills. You compensate for this shortcoming with a predilection for direct combat. In areas where you are able to attack with multiple units, you're a Titan.
Oh no.
What?
But in tight quarters, you quickly become a target for indirect fire. In future battles, try pulling your foe into wider terrain. This will give you better results. Your face implies confusion or uncertainty. Are you just the muscle or someone else feeding you strategies?
Hold on a second. Just who are you, little lady?
My name is Sonja. I'm a Gold Comet CO. It's a pleasure to meet you.
I've taken the liberty of separating you from your companions.
Where are my friends? What's going on?
Fret not, you are all safe. I have lured each of you into your own test. My studies required individual examination of each of you.
I should have never left them alone. Okay, so anyways, I'll tell you anyways.
That was interesting.
In this version of the game, basically, Sonja's character is actually greatly rewritten. Basically, so I'll tell you basically just the differences between the two versions. Once we get to the map screen, we'll see basically just the next pre-mission intro.
Honestly, Max, these directions are awful.
How am I supposed to find anyone out here? Max, where'd that lunkhead go now?
Aha!
You're wasting your breath. Max will not be joining us. I killed him. He's dead. You, Sonja, I might have known, splitting the three of us up, attacking the APCs exclusively and the foot soldiers as well. The flamethrowers. This was all part of your strategy, wasn't it?
Of course.
Brilliant deduction. Max has been dealt with, and I've got Anti secured in a nice safe place as well. If you want your friends back, you just need to defeat me on the battlefield. The first of us to secure 16 properties on this map is the winner. Got it? Fantastic. Ready, set, go.
Hey, wait!
Come back here.
Okay, so anyways, in regards to the last mission, at the end of it, first things first, in the original Advance Wars game, it was handled very similarly to, I think, Fire Emblem 6, basically the Fire Emblem game where you're fighting Nurgle. Basically, where in the original Advance Wars game, there was basically you technically played as an unseen commander character, where basically you were the strategician, you were feeding information to Max, Andy, and Sammy. So basically, at the end of mission 15, Sonja will basically question, oh hey Max, are you the one who's really coming with the strategies, or is player name doing it? But more importantly, at the end of you know how at the end of this mission 15, Sonja, she's essentially like, bye, and then she just goes on her merry way. Well, in the original version of the game, Sonja actually chloroformed Max, or she administered a sleeping drug. Basically, Max gets drugged, he's knocked out, Sonja's basically like, good night, Max, and then basically, Sammy at the end, and then afterwards, Sammy finds Max just completely out of it, and Sonja's like, he's not waking up anytime soon, and she also did the same thing to Andy, where basically, Sonja is the chloroform queen in the original version of the game, and it also doesn't help that Sonja basically has this, more or less, this lifeless expression on her face throughout the entirety of the original game. So basically, it's not like Kanbei or Olaf where this great degree of emotion. With Sonja, it's basically just, she will just stare into your soul. Okay, anyways, for this one I'm a little nervous of, because, well, it's capturing, as we all know. And I don't believe we have any factories at our disposal. Sami Marches On.
Set up by that little brat again.
Of course, already fog of war. That's Sonja's forte. Looks like we'll have to cross the water here, so we'll need to protect our landers. I've got zero chance of a victory if we can't transport our troops. So let's use those routes for cover as we go.
Yes.
I think Sonja's forgotten that I'm an infantry troop specialist. If we need to capture properties to win this challenge, then I'm the right soldier for the job. Get ready, Sonja. I'm coming for you.
Okay, so anyways, Sonja's base is over there. And you need to capture 16 properties. So basically, Sonja's properties right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So anyways, for this mission, I'm always paranoid because I don't know just what I don't know what I'm doing a good chunk of the time. Thankfully, we can always just build more landers, so it's not like, oh, hey, you gotta protect the landers. It's not like another mission. Okay, are we full, Ray? Yep, we are full.
It is Miss Sonja. Did my research and I'm back again, just like you asked.
So it's kind of weird how they give Grit Olaf's name. So anyways, the boss is out cold, drunk, so I had to take his theme. It's like taking his car keys. I took his theme.
Grit, did you discover anything?
Well, not much. One thing I know for sure is this mystery fella been supplying Blue Moon with funds the likes of which we ain't seen before. And guess where those funds are going? That's right, they're going straight to the local liquor store. Olaf has gone off the deep end. His alcoholism has gotten even worse. He drinks a giant barrel full of wine every day for breakfast. He calls it a Nebuchadnezzar. Frankly, I just call it plain unhealthy. And seems like he sweet-talked Olaf with all the right words to boot. The old bearded one thought he'd been visited by divinity. The guy told him that you don't need to limit your alcohol intake. He said that it's 5 o'clock somewhere, but I say it's more like a demon. For God's sake, it's a giant robo-alien guy. I see. Anyhow, our Mr. Folk seems to have tossed Olaf aside on account of failing inside of Orange Star. And the fact that he comes into the 8 o'clock meeting is blackout drunk.
Olaf ain't such a bad guy, you know?
Maybe Olaf will realize that he's been used and come to his senses. That'd be nice. He ain't such a bad guy, you know. When he's sober, that is, for all 5 minutes when he wakes up after a hangover. Let's move on to something else for now, Sonja. Don't you think you're taking things a tad bit too far? There's a whole mess of folks after you, darling. All of Orange Star, in fact. Really, Grit? I don't think that I've done enough. This is invaluable intel that I'm gathering. It would be irresponsible of you to stop now. Why do you have Junior locked up in the broom closet? Because he reminds me of Father. I have an electric complex, and I am proud of it, by the way. And he has the perfect body type.
Uh-huh.
You're okay. I'm reporting you to someone. Well, if you're that determined, I guess I ain't got nothing more to say on the matter. I'll go see what else I can find out. I ain't seen nothing. Grit, help! Was that the wind?
Yes, please do. Thank you, Grits.
Anyways, the reason why cruisers are like that is because cruisers can actually transport air units, though this is a very niche sort of thing. Because honestly, you're not really going to be in a... Because unless you're dealing with anti-air units and like, just a whole bunch of anti-air units or a whole bunch of fighters, you're not really going to be contending. I don't know what unit Sonja has. I don't know what property she has captured. And frankly, it spooks me a little, to be honest.
Oh, Sammy.
Especially when Sonja pops the power.
Enhanced vision.
And she sees through the Matrix. Yeah, Sonja being some fog demon. Sonja focusing once again all her energy on APCs. Okay, thankfully I think that we'll still be able to capture it. Okay, good, good, good. Okay, at least we damaged that thing off already. Okay, well, there's the rocket. Okay. Okay, at least we took. At least that one's pretty much dead. Okay, how to do this, how to do this. Frankly, I don't know how many properties Sonja has. I don't know how much she has at her disposal. Frankly, Sonja could probably take out the rest of these and we would lose. Okay. Why am I standing? Sonja just using a battleship to take out a 2 HP infantry! A 2 HP APC! She knew it was weak! Why are you sending a tank against a Oh, I thought that was a medium tank. Or is it? Oh my gosh, Sonja, you're a monster! Okay.
You've gone too... Double time.
Okay, having to think about this. Okay, we'll attack you. Okay, we'll blast you. Okay, we'll reinforce our position. No!
Yes.
Damn you, no, Sonja!
Oh, this is just perfect.
Okay, what am I missing? Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then basically just... Okay, I should focus more of my attention on the upper island. Okay, actually... Retry.
Oh, this is just perfect.
Yeah, but you have to keep a watch on the northern island as well.
If it is Miss Sonya.
Damn you, Sonja, and your rocket! Damn you, Sonja! Okay, this time I'm going to take out the cruiser. How many battleships you have, you crazy harpy? Okay. I'm just thinking about this reasonably. Okay, what do I have on this one? Okay, looks like I'm building an infantry by accident.
Oh, Sammy.
Sonja, you have a freaking fleet of battleships. You stacked in your favor. She's like, oh, you're such an open book. Oh yeah, of course it's gonna be an open book. You freaking built the library. I mean, give me a standard battle against Sonja. I'll do a standard battle against Sonja. But when you're like, oh, capture the bases. Okay, boom, a battleship sunk. Okay, I'm kind of debating about what to build. One off, one off. Okay, help me with the indirects, Sonja. Help me with the indirects. You freaking war criminal. Okay, at least we're enduring. Sonja knows that she's outmatched. She just massacred that group. Okay, good, good. Okay, good. Get in, get in. Okay, Sonja's sub is down. Hopefully she goes for the kill and not the cap. Oh crap, this could be bad, this could be bad. We have to block off that factory. Okay. Okay, that should put that unit on ice. Okay.
I see right through your...
My plan is just to try to keep you from using your massive advantage! That's why I kept it. I'm playing off Sonja's ego.
You've gone...
Okay. As long as we can keep Sonja away from the northern island, we can basically just slowly but surely capture. I may have only 2 HP, but darn it, I want to take out that rocket. Just to fully secure the island. Okay, I'm gonna keep this medium tank just alive. I'm not gonna attack, so that way basically Sonja wastes a turn dealing with it. Okay, that is very nice for us. As long as Sonja is distracted with that, we are good. run out of bullets sooner or later. She just blamed the island with tanks. Why, Sonja? Why? And Sonja won!
This is just perfect.
Okay. Okay, I'm just thinking about how to handle this.
is Miss...
Sam.
Yeah, so he's like, oh, I am the master. I have outsmarted you. You basically just put us in some jigsaw sort of environment. You're a monster, Sonja. You're a monster. This may actually be This may actually be less missions than normal. Because frankly, Sonja pissing me off. There's just no winning against Sonja!
You've gone double time.
Yeah, because the thing is, the game wants you to do 2 different fronts, but you can't. You don't have the resources. And Sonja brings in the freaking artillery. The freaking artillery. What is the strategy for this mission? What is the strategy? I'm at a blank of just what I'm supposed to be doing. Because frankly, I just don't know what the game wants. It's like, oh, keep Sonja off the island. Yeah, but she has 2 battleships. Oh, thank you, Sonja. Okay, we could potentially have this. Okay. Doing everything I can here. Okay, we held our ground. And because we held our ground, we were able to get our hands on the factory at long last. Okay, so that puts Sonja back a little. Okay, we've effectively killed Sonja's range. Okay, I'll build an indirect to aid out on that island. We'll also build that. Okay, we're in range of attacking next turn. Okay, at least they don't have. At least Sonja doesn't have any units there.
There's more to combat than power.
Yes, we know, Sonja. We know that you freaking cheat. You freaking stack the deck. You little war criminal. Okay.
my turn.
But at least we have coverage. Come on, luck. Okay, come on, come on. Okay, I know that was a bad decision, but hey, I had to risk it. As long as I can keep Sonja held back, I can do it. Okay, I can focus my fire on her infantry, and that should buy me enough time to hopefully get to capturing. At the very least, we could take out that battleship. No, 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 no! No, 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 no. I don't want to yield. Not yet. It feels like I can never win! Okay, with any luck, I could go in and I could snipe the top two properties there. Yes, I chose the right one. Okay, good. Okay.
I see.
We have to get Sonja out of that freaking island. Frankly, I'm scared of what those landers contain. it's those indirects. That's what's really getting me. Hopefully the subs should be able to keep them busy. I didn't know they contained a unit! For a second there, I thought she was firing on the lander. I'm like, what units do you have? Okay, that battleship is out. It's out of commission at long last. Okay. Okay, with any hope, if I can just jot over there and take this city, that would be a massive gain. Because then I could also take that city, and then just, we can really just work up to, we could just work up. Heck, if I could take one of Sonja's factories, that would be even better. Or one of her ports. Factory would be better. The factory would be better. We just need 2 properties. Any 2. Okay, I can capture this property in this coming turn, and then I can capture this next one. I just need to hold out. Just in case. They did not intend for you to overpower Sonja. They intended purely for capturing.
I come. Double time.
Figured we were gonna be needing some boost. Okay. Frankly, at this point, I'm just firing. I'm just firing. You are not sending any troops onto this beach. Okay, we have this. We have won. We have won. This may seem like a bum move, but at this point, I'm just taking it. Okay. Sonja has no troops. At least as far as I can tell, she has no troops that are nearing. She can't win. This may have been a close fight, but we won. Apparently, you just have to really blitz the northern island and sacrifice the southern one. They really bank on you just using Sammy's infantry as meat shields. Excuse me. At least this is Sonja's final turn. And that unit's gonna get healed up nice and quick. Okay. Okay, at least we can take this one out. And let's see how much we can do to you. And for the sake of posterity, we'll build some infantry. And finally, one.
Impressive.
You're a monster. Sonja is a monster. Okay. Yeah, this is gonna be the final mission for this video. Freaking Sonja's a monster.
Impressive. You're much stronger than I remember you back at the academy. Of course, any good soldier improves over time. But your basic abilities haven't changed at all that much, have they? In an area with several properties to capture, your skills are admittedly adequate, but you're still poor at managing direct vehicle combat.
Yeah, basically just Sonja just arguably gives the worst evaluation of Sami. Where with Max, she's like, you're a titan. And then with Sami, it's like,
At best, you're adequate. You're a C tier. In direct confrontation, you would move your infantry in and seize the enemy HQ. That's what you're best at, isn't it? Ha! Oh, Sonja, ever since we were classmates, you've always been good at breaking everything down and analyzing it. But why are you doing, Sonja? Why'd you attack us? Because it is my passion. I want to see you bleed. I want to see you cry. I can't tell you yet, Sami. For now, it would be better if you looked at this small portable monitor. Well, Sami doesn't let me touch the good tools, and Max just holds them up above my head. Why is Andy naked? Why is he naked in that monitor? What did you do to Andy? What I wanted. That's Andy. What's going on there? I told him I had some new tools for him, and he followed me like a lost puppy.
and what makes it even worse is that basically, not only did Sonja do the stranger danger routine on Andy, basically just literally doing the, hey, I've got some free candy in the back of my windowless van bit on Andy, but she also chloroformed him as well. Basically, Sonja, she chloroforms Andy, she chloroforms Max, she chloroforms the guys. But yet, she doesn't chloroform Sami. Sure, you could say, oh, Max and Andy, they could overpower her, the like, but no. Sami has a temper, and she has an assault rifle with her. So basically, so you'd think that Sonja would try to pacify Sami, but no, just in the original, Sami just disregarded Sonja like her prize.
Oh, Andy. I left him talking to a recording. Should be almost done by now. I'll see you around.
Yeah, basically in this version, Sonja's like, oh, hey, I gave him a friend to talk to. Yeah, and then the original, tricked him with the prospect of new tools and then chloroformed him.
Wait, come back here. Dang it. She's gone. Poor Andy. Hang on. I'll be on my way.
And the thing is that in this version, Sami feels sorry for Andy. It's like, oh, hey, she took advantage of Andy's naivete. She's tried to douse the last shred of innocence on this battlefield. And then meanwhile in the original, Sami was pissed off. She's like,
how dare you get tricked, Andy? Just
victim blaming Andy like no tomorrow.
Sonja, you'll pay for this.
Honestly, at least the game acknowledges that this is an uphill battle.
my favorite tool is the wrench, obviously. They have this really great feature. Yes, very interesting. Please tell me more.
Yeah, the Sonja recording doesn't even sound like Sonja. It's basically like, yes, very interesting. Please tell me more. Tell me about it, Andy. Sonja doesn't even bother to give it a different voice. She's like, I don't care about yeah, Sonja heard about the what's an airport comment, and basically she lost all respect for Andy. That, or basically that was the yum yum gimme some, basically. So yeah, I could just imagine Sonja would basically, if Sonja ever dated Andy, basically, it would be one of those things where she would basically either come to this horrific realization that she's dating her father, or that would be Sonja's entire aim. She'd be like, yes, I need this dynamic in my life.
Yeah.
Because frankly, if Kanbei was a little more cautious, a little more willing to slow down and strategize, basically, Sonja would have less influence, and she couldn't stand that.
Really? That's awesome! Say Max never want to listen to me go on about tools. Say puts him to sleep.
Uh-huh.
You are so...
You are so funny, Andy. Where did you learn so much about tools?
No, I grew up around tools. My parents fix up old junkers. So me and my sisters all learned... So anyways, this is interesting because...
From what I recall, Andy does not mention his family life in the original game. Nor does he mention it in Advanced Wars 2. So I'm thinking that when they were developing this game, they were thinking that, hey, if we ever do a Dual Strikes remake, I wouldn't be surprised if they actually retconned it to make it where Rachel is Andy's sister rather than Nell's sister, because in terms of day-to-day abilities, just Rachel is a lot more similar to Andy, because basically her ability than Nell, because basically just the whole thing of, oh hey, she's able to get 1 unit of repair. So basically just the fact that Rachel would have that know-how. Though you could also argue that basically, hey, just because they're related, they don't have to have the same sort of abilities. But I mean, just look at Sasha and Colin, where basically just their abilities are pretty much two sides of the same coin. Of course. What about your friends?
Sammy doesn't let me touch the good tools, and Matt just holds them above my head.
Uh-huh.
Fascinating. Tell me more. Recording power down.
Huh? Wait, what are you saying?
I'm sorry to have kept you waiting.
Andy, shall we begin our battle now?
Yeah, in the original version, Andy just wakes up all groggy, so he's like, you're battling me. You're battling me now.
I'm starting to think you might have been lying about those new tools.
But yeah, Sonja's goal, she wants Andy's seed. That's why she kept him specifically in the locked room. Max and Sammy, she just leaves them out randomly, haphazard. Meanwhile, Andy is just, let's lock him in the room. Sonja locks him in her party chamber. So yeah, basically Kanbei, he's just in the house, he's just having a snack, walking by Sonja's room, he's just pounding on the door. And then he opens up, sees Andy, he's like, what are you doing, trying to violate Sonja? And he's like,
I don't know where I am. Where am I?
No, Kanbei finds Andy just tied up in the corner of the room. He just assumes that Andy and Sonja are just playing a game. But anyways, on that note, I think that now would be a good time to end things off. I really appreciate that you stuck around, that you came by to watch the stream. It was great having you. I hope to see you next time. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. Like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do as you want. Without seeing you next time. Bye.